Hi there, welcome to my views and news. More news stories for you. Around 100 Fano fighters have been killed in the last 2 to 3 days, according to the statements issued by Ethiopian military. Secondly, Jawar again spoke about talks between Fano and Ethiopian government. 2 days ago, he said this new initiative of talks is led by military. He added to what he said earlier in a new message a few hours ago. What did he say? What he's saying, does it make sense? Thirdly, it seemed that organizing Eritrean festival is becoming a costly exercise for people, for Eritreans, especially pro-Eritrean government community people. New story from Switzerland where a festival organizer will have to pay thousands of dollars. Why? Let's start yours. While the government is calling for talks with Fano fighters, a 15-member committee has been formed. Military operation in parallel is ongoing. No change on the ground in terms of the intensity of the military operation against Fano fighters. According to the statements released by the Ethiopian military in the last 3 to 4 days, around 100, more than 100 Fano fighters have been killed in the last 3 to 4 days. In two separate statements, military claimed to have killed these Fano fighters. One statement came yesterday. Military claimed to have killed around 50 Fano fighters in West Gojam zone. Another statement came 2 days ago where military claimed to have killed around 52. Both these operations were conducted in Gojam, West Gojam, Gojam to Ago Avi zone. Gojam, we know, is very destabilized. Here, schools closed, transport services remain suspended, economic activity totally disrupted, revenue collection affected to educational activities disturbed as well. There's no educational activity here. Provision of healthcare services affected. Hujum, Shoa, South Gondar are the most affected areas in terms of humanitarian situation due to the conflict in Amhara, which began last. So, what I want to tell you is that though call for talks is being made in terms of military operation, no change on the ground. No change by Fano as well. They are involved in the same type of attacks, same hit and run attacks against military. They're not showing any flexibility. Gujum Fano spokesperson 2 days ago rejected the proposal of talks. Other Fano groups silent, but they seem to be on the one page when it comes to rejecting the proposal of talks with the Ethiopian government. Jawar spoke again yesterday, viewers, about the need for talks between Fano and the government. 2 days ago, when Jawar spoke, he said that the new initiative of talks, which is being launched, is led by the Ethiopian military. Military is in a strong position. It does not want to fight forever. It wants to end domestic conflicts. Military is telling the government that military solution is no solution. Talks should happen. That is why government is listening to military, and military is now offering talks to Fano. That is why Fano should now join talks. Then he spoke yesterday, Jawar. He talked about what again Tishagar said in Bahidar, where a peace conference was held, and Tishagar called for talks. He said, and he drew a very genuine and true picture of the Amhara region in terms of humanitarian situation there, that people, Amhara killing each other, by road travel, a luxury, and economic activity disrupted too. So region is destabilized. Talk should start. That's what he said. Then a 15-member committee was formed, led by community elders, to talk to government and Fano. for the preparation of dialogue. Uh, Government is obviously backing the committee, but Fano Group so far they have not agreed to join talks. Jawar uh, made some suggestions in a post. He said that if you demand disarmament before talks, it won't happen. No armed group will disarm before start of talks because they chose the armed struggle because they don't have trust in the government. There's trust deficit. So why would they hand over a weapon before starting talks? It doesn't make sense. Yes, I agree with Jawahar. Secondly, he said that government should make a formal offer of talks. That's what I've been saying for months. I've been saying giving statements does not amount to formal offer of talks. I always say, I've been saying for months that government should form a committee with a mandate or with a defined mandate about how to talk to farmer fighters. A roadmap should be published by government. This is what I've been proposing for months. Jawar again said the same. He said that yes, it's good that Tishagar spoke publicly, but in favor of talks. But government should uh, formally launch some mechanism to invite Fano to be part of talks. Thirdly, he acknowledged the splits in Fano, not splits, you can say, acknowledged that there is no one central structure to represent Fano. It's not likely to be formed, we said, but it should not be an obstacle to the start of talks. Again, I back him on this point too. I've been saying the same too, that if one, two, or three Fano groups agree to join talks, maybe others would follow too. Talks should start. That is what he said, Jawar, that time should not be wasted. There is no military solution. Talks should start. Fano should try to form a representative body. Government should make public a formal negotiating mechanism with Fano. Maybe it will encourage Fano, if not force Fano, to form representative committee to talk to the government. If Fano groups outrightly reject this government attempt, that would make government position strong internally, internationally too, that it will offer talks formally, but the offer was rejected by Fano. Thirdly, viewers, the organizing of Eritrean festivals is becoming a costly affair now in Europe. I think it was March this year when Eritreans, pro-government and anti-government, came close to a clash. There was a clash in Switzerland, and police had to be mobilized. New additional police troops were called for support there. It happened in Geralfingen, Switzerland. Now, the man who organized the pro-Eritrean government program has been sent a bill of around 30,000 francs. He'll have to pay that. Authorities say that this bill involves the sending of additional soldiers, deployment of tear gas units, etc. That is why the organizer will have to pay this. It means that wherever there is a conflict between Eritrean government supporters and opposition uh, groups members in Europe, an additional police is called. The festival organizer will have to pay the bill. Let's see, will he pay the bill or will he challenge the bill at some court? That remains to think.